some small introduction here. Why? Because people are joining and leaving, joining, leaving, right? So just we'll start about the some introduction session about the BTP. Some like yeah, BTP. Like in the demo session, we discussed about the what is BTP, right? So BTP is like a platform layer, platform as a service based concept here, platform as a service based concept here, right? So in this concept, SAP entered into the market. Actually, this is a rebranded product. Earlier it is a cloud platform. History also I explained in the demo session, right? So it rebranded the platform to BTP in Jan 2021. SAP introduced a powerful unique solution offering called the BTP Business Technology Platform here. So nowadays it's playing very critical role for the all the customers and partners here, right? It's a technical foundation for the entire SAP ecosystems here, right? So the prerequisites for this one, for some of the people, it's good to have some clear understanding of some cloud technical terms, right? So because we are discussing about the platform as a service, software as a service, DB as a service, so like infrastructure as a services, like what exactly is this? Like some of the members already knows about this one, but some of the people, so they don't know about these things, right? So that time, so let's have a 2 minutes discussion about the so the clear understanding of the some cloud terminologies here, right? About the example hyperscaler, multi-cloud, right? So then infrastructure as a service here, IaaS. Then what is mean by PaaS here, right? So then what is mean by the SaaS here? So these are the some prerequisites which we should know about this concept here, right? So in a cloud computing, this all everything BTP, all the services and solutions are in the cloud. All the services and solutions are in the cloud here. So it's good to understand the concepts like what is mean by hyperscaler, what is mean by cloud computing, what is mean by multi-cloud, hybrid cloud. So these things, these words we should know, right? So cloud computing, which means what is that? Renting a digital space and services on the internet, right? So, which means instead of you owning and maintaining the physical hardware, you are taking a renting, right? You are taking a renting on the digital space here, right? So, which is where you can store, access, and use the data, programs online, and everything here, right? So, with the same concept here in the cloud computing, so there are the three main cloud services here. There are the three main cloud services here. Normally, you guys knows about this one here, right? Three main cloud services here. One is like a infrastructure as a service, IaaS here. The second one is like a platform as a service. The third one is like a software as a service based concept here, right? So why we are discussing this cloud terminologies and what is the relation to the BTP means? Why? Because BTP comes under the platform as a service based concept here, right? Some of the services are in the software, but most of the services are in the platform as a service based concept here. That's why if you understand this concept of this one, you can some basics you can understand it. So then BTP, the terminologies, the services you can understand very simply here, right? So normally this one IaaS, which means infrastructure as a service here, like which means you will get the infrastructure, right? So suppose like renting a computer in the cloud, which means so the virtual server, storage, network, all those things you are taking a rent here, right? Just then you can decide what software, what applications, what databases, so what tools you want to run on top of that infrastructure and everything here. So here you are responsible for the so softwares and applications and databases. Then infrastructure partners who will provide this infrastructure partners means, as we know, AWS, Azure, GCP, right? So GCP and so some other third party, the infrastructure providers, they will provide the infrastructure to us, so that so they will responsible for infrastructure. We are responsible on top of the applications, whatever we have done it. So that is our we are responsible. That's why. So if you are going with the infrastructure IaaS as a plan, then infrastructure will be provided by the infrastructure partners. So then remaining parts you are the responsible, means customer is responsible here. Then what is mean by PaaS, platform as a service based concept here? So it's like a ready-made platform for the application development and handling the underlying infrastructure here, right? So ready-made platform means infrastructure plus underlying infrastructure plus it's a ready-made platform for the developments and underlying infrastructure. So that we can focus on the so coding and business logic and some other parts we can focusing, right? Instead of you spending the time on the hardware procurement, installations, configurations, and tools and all those things. So SAP directly giving the all these things on the one of the platform that is called the platform as a service. So directly you can pick up that service, then you can start concentrate on the business logics and the coding and developing the application and everything here. So simply we can say like it's like a renting a ready to use kitchen instead of building from the scratch. Okay, so instead of you building from the one scratch, just you are renting a kitchen here, right? So here BTP will comes under the platform as a service concept here, right? So to deploy the applications, right, underlying infrastructure, you don't need to worry about the underlying infrastructure and everything here, right? Just application you can start using it here, right? So here BTP comes under the platform as a service platform here. In this platform we can focus on the coding, business logics, and business BTP which will take care of the technical aspects, everything, all the technical aspects BTP will take care of that part here, right? So that's why the we have the BTP is a platform as a concept here, right? So just you can pick up the service, start using the everything right here. Why? Because customers, the organization, they don't want to build the solution, they want to build the solution with minimum efforts, low cost, and faster time to gain the market and everything. In this way they don't prefer to spend the money and team timings like landscape setup, like installations, configuration and maintenance activities and everything. They need minimum efforts, low cost, and faster time to gain the market. In that case, BTP is providing the in the demo session which I discussed, right? In the BTP is like a one-stop shop for all your need, whatever we required. So BTP, we have the all the services, tools, applications, intelligence, databases. So everything is under available under one umbrella. Just you can pick up and you can start using that services and everything here. You no need to go with the infrastructure, installations, configure. You no need to spend that time, that much of money, time on that area. Just you can focus on the your coding and business logic here. Why? Because BTP is an offering from SAP which will fulfill from the all this requirement. It's a portfolio of the SAP solutions and services they brought under one umbrella here, right? That's why all their solutions and services they have categorized into the five main pillars here, right? Five main BTP pillars they have categorized here. So this one we discussed, right? So the let's say once again, what are those my five main pillars here in the under the BTP umbrella? One is the application development related solutions here. Application development related things here. The next one is called the automation kind of functionalities, right? And also the integration related functionalities. The fourth one, the data and the analytics related applications and services are under here. The fifth one, so which we SAP introduced called the AI core, AI launchpad, AI business service under the fifth pillar here. So earlier was only four main pillars in the BTP, but recently SAP introduced the one more pillar called the fifth pillar, AI services under the fifth pillar here. This AI services will help so too for like Zoll setups, Launchpad, AI business AI, generative AI, this and all the things will comes under the AI pillar here, right? And so SAC Analytics Cloud, SAC Analytics Cloud, right? So Data Sphere, MDZ, HANA Cloud, this will comes under the data and analytics layer, right? Integration. Integration means integration suite, CPI, CI, so CI, CD pipelines, so like so integration, event mesh, that things will come under the integration side, right? Automation kind of functionalities like build process automation, workflows, robotic process automations, right? Task center, that services will comes under the automation pillar here, right? Application development. Application means so here in the business application studio, BAS is the one of the so low code, no code develop BAS tool like WebID for the developers. They mainly use this BAS and build apps, build work zone, DevOps related services, CTMS, alerts, notification, automation. There are the many services are there that will comes under the development related pillars, right? So that's why they have they have one stop shop for all your need. All will be under the BTP. So you whatever the services solutions you require, you can pick up that service, you can start using it here, right? So if you want to check the what are the services and solutions here, if you go to the SAP Discovery Center, SAP Discovery Center, in the Discovery Center we can find out the all the listed services, whatever the SAP is providing current and future, all the services and solutions we can find out in the SAP Discovery Center here. In the Discovery Center, we have as of today, we have the 85 services are SAP is providing under one umbrella. So in BTP, in that above cockpit, event mesh, you have the many services you have here available here, right? CTMS, Cloud Transport Management System, custom domain services, right? So ADS forms, ADS, simple example. If you need the ADS to the your systems, your business, then what we required, we need to install the so we need to just if you need the ADS, then if you need the hardware procurement, you have to perform it on top of the operating system, you have to install it on top of the operating system, you need to install the database and you need to install the NetWeaver application, then you can install the ADS add-on and the configuration and integration work with the ECC or S4 system, we have to perform it, which means you need to purchase the license for the hardware procurement, you have to perform it, then operating system licenses, then DB licenses, NetWeaver licenses, then ADS licenses, then you need to separate team, separate network, separate team is required for managing these systems and everything. So these and all the cost offensive, right? So to avoid this kind of things and everything, directly this functionality, this ADS service functionality available in the BTP as a form service, directly can go ahead service, then you can start using this pro form service here, ADS form service, you can use it here. Simply, instead of you spending the time on up to here, then directly you can start using this service, ADS service, just to start using this service directly in next 1 hour itself, you can start using this service and you can concentrate on the logic, smart forms and everything, you can work on the development parts and everything, right? That is the form service which is providing by the SAP here. So like that we have the so number of services are available in the under the BTP here. Everything you can see it in the Discovery Center. In the Discovery Center, you can see the all the information here. What are the services, tools SAP is providing here? Analytics Cloud, Sybase Service, AI Core, AI Launchpad, build apps, right? So HANA Cloud, right? So all those things, WebID, so cloud ALM, so everything under here, your monitoring service, everything is available here, right? So here we can find out the cost also here, cost also here, right? What is the cost for each service? What is the cost for each service here? Suppose like if you go to the ADS forms here, you can see the cost usage also here. Sometimes we may have to do the this kind of assessments here, right? So based upon the licensing model that we will discuss in detailed way, based upon the regions, based upon the plans. So what is the cost associated for this one, right? So up to what is the cost? So all those things here, how many euros per month, right? We have all the details in the discovery center here, right? You have the discovery center, you can find out everything, each and every single service. You have the discovery center, you have the each and every information is here, right? You can add to the plan and you can get the estimations and everything. You can find out the estimations and everything here, right? Like that, you can add a list of services, you can get the upfront, you can get the all the information and everything in the discovery center here. So this is the BTP services here, right? So but here in upcoming classes, maybe this is a small introduction about the what is BTP. In coming classes, we will go deeply about the few of the services which are very important, which every organization will use that services here, right? That one we can use it here. So as I mentioned here, BTP will help, SAP BTP helps us to focus on the business logics and underlying infrastructure, and the tools and applications will take care of everything will by the. So it's kind of a ready to use kitchen here, ready to use kitchen in the BTP side here, right? So that BTP will comes under the platform as a service here, right? They are providing the platform. They are providing the platform. Under the platform, you have the listed services, applications are there. Directly, you can pick up that service. You can start using. You can focusing on the coding and business logics and everything here, right? Then comes under the SaaS model here. SaaS model, it's kind of a software as a service model here. SaaS model means software as a service, which means it's a renting a software instead of buying it here, right? So instead of buying it, renting a software here. This one also everybody knows, right? But BTP in that three, BTP will comes under the platform as a service-based concept here, right? Service-based concept here, right? Then these words also, right? Technical words like multi-cloud. What is mean by multi-cloud here? Multi-cloud means, so instead of relying on the one cloud provider, it's using the services from the different clouds like AWS, Azure, GCP. The same time we can use it here, right? So instead of depending upon the one cloud provider, because it is a dependency, performance, so cost offensive. So to avoid the vendor lock-in, all those things, we can use the multi-cloud. Some customers, some services are in the one cloud provider, some services on the different cloud providers here, right? So hyperscalers means it's a cloud deployment models here, right? So like it's kind of a public cloud, private clouds, and hybrid clouds, right? So public clouds, right? There's some, these all are the technical words. Before we going for this one, these all are the technical words here: public cloud, private cloud, right? So then hybrid cloud, right? So what is mean by public cloud here? Public cloud means the cloud services are offered here. It's in the public, right? Public cloud means it's a cloud. It's assigned to the many customers here. The infrastructure and everything assigned to the many customers here. The resources in the that is resources are shared. Resources are shared. The maybe CPU, memory. That is the shared. Only the data is separated from the each other. Data is separated from the each other here, right? So each other customer. But private cloud means here. So it's not. It's assigned to the one-to-one customer here. The resources, even the computer resources, are not shared to any other customers and everything. It's a separate. It's a dedicated to the your customer only. Dedicated to the your customer, your organization, and everything here. Hybrid cloud means here it's a mixture of public and private cloud solutions here. There are some integrated landscape. Some cases, some solutions are in the on-premise solution, some solutions in the cloud, that we will call as the hybrid cloud, right? Hybrid cloud. Just this is the small information about the some cloud terminologies and everything before we go for the BTP actual. Why? Because this is a prerequisite, good to understanding of the some of the cloud terminologies. These are the terminologies here, right? So now in the BTP, let's come to the our topics here, right? in the BTP offers all BTP offers there is a cockpit here. BTP offers there is a cockpit here. So in the cockpit, BTP cockpit is a web-based administration URL where we can manage the all the sub accounts, all the resources, all the solutions under the one cockpit here. There is no need any on-premises tool to install it or connect it. Just it's a browser. It's a browser-based URL. You can manage the all the BTP related solutions and services here, right? So you will get the this kind of things from the SAP here, right? So you will get this is suppose example if you see here BTP cockpit here. In the BTP cockpit, you can see this is the so your BTP account here. In this account, you will get the all the listed services and solutions under the global account. There is an account level concept here. BTP, suppose like if I talk about the BTP account architecture, so how the account architecture looks like. If you see here, there is a global account, there is a sub accounts here, there is a multiple sub accounts you can create it depending upon the your licensing model. Then you have the on-premises network. In the on-premises network, so maybe if you have the on-premises network, you have the cloud connectors, then you have the SAP systems here, development, quality, production SAP or S4 systems you have here, right? So this is the sub global account here, the account concept. This is the sub account concepts here. This is the cloud connectors here. Cloud connectors are very important here. This is the your SAP landscape here. This is the your SAP landscape here, right? So here if you see, so SAP will provide the all the listed services and solutions under the global account level. Global account level, they will provide the all the services and solutions. From here, you need to assign the services to the sub accounts here. Sub accounts are the business accounts where where you are going to run the services applications under the sub account level here, right? So for SAP, the BTP application, suppose if you take the HANA Cloud or Farm services here, the services will not talk directly to the SAP system here, right? In between, you require the cloud connectors integrations are required here, right? Without cloud connectors, so the services will not talk to your customer systems, customer SAP systems are so the systems here, right? So definitely the cloud connectors are required. That cloud connector services we have to install on your premises, means in the customer premises we have to install it here. So why? Because the BTP, all the services and solutions are in the public network. You can access from the without any VPN or anything, you can access it here. But customer network is in the private network. So public to private to connectivity, you require the cloud connectors are required. You require the cloud connectors are required here. So this is the overall architecture about the BCP here, right? Here, global account, we will get the global account here. How can we get the global account? Types of global accounts. What is the licensing model for the global accounts? Like we have so there is a discussion on the global account parts here fully. Then after that, how to create the sub account, in which region we have to create it, what are the so conditions we have to meet it to create the sub accounts and everything here, right? Then so cloud connectors, hierarchy number 3 to 1, right? Then fourth one is called the hierarchy number 4, SAP. Then how can I integrate SAP to cloud connector, sub account to here? Then how can I do the connectivity test? Then how can I subscribe the application? Then how can I start using the application? Then when you start using the application in the sub account level, that application will go to the backend. It will pull the data from the backend SAP system. It will display the results here. So first thing we are going to discuss about the structure, the hierarchy structure, and so connectivity setup one by one connectivity setup. Then we can start doing the subscribing the applications and everything here, right? So the first topic which we are going to discuss about the global accounts here, global account models here, right? How many types of global accounts we have, how we will get the licensing here, right? What are the types of licensing model that we will get it out here, right? That is the our first class, which we are going to discuss about the global account, types of global accounts here, right? So before that, let's talk about the administration part here, right? So what are the administration we will involve here? That BTP administration involves managing the sub accounts, right? Managing, securing, monitoring, optimizing the services, sub accounts, users, resources that is deployed in the BTP level. All those things as a administration, we will work on this part here. It's similar to the as a basis consultant, how we manage the SAP system on the premises. So, but in the BTP, the admin works with the cloud environments here using the BTP cockpit. So then CLI commands, tools. These are the tools here. Cloud Foundry. So Kima tools. They are the tools are available. Using these tools, we can do the BTP administration here. They are the tools we will use it here. The tools like so BTP cockpit. It's a web-based URL. Then CLI commands. Then so they are the CLI commands. Then Eclipse for developers will use that Eclipse also here. Eclipse also they will use it here. The core responsibilities, let's talk about the some of the main core responsibilities of the administrators. The sub accounts managing, right? So this licensing, global account licensing, sub accounts creation, sub account managing, and environment setups, and all those things will come under the sub account level. So global account setup, sub accounts, right? Create, configure the global accounts, sub accounts, spaces, environments, managing the quotas, space limitations, all those things we are the responsible. The next one, user management, roles, right? Groups, roles collections, right? Security, that is also part of the our scope only here. SSO, integration, identity. So SSO configuration, corporate identity, provider integrations, all those things we have to integrate it here, right? Security and compliance, right? And connectivity, as I mentioned, right? Connectivity setup from global account to sub account to the cloud connector to the SAP. The connectivity setup is our responsibility here, right? The service provisioning, enabling the services, basic configurations, handing over to the development team and integration to my CPI team. Then they can start working on that part. That is also our part here. Monitoring and operations, right? Using the BTP cockpit, cloud ALM, so BCLI for the monitoring tools. We can analyze the logs, metrics, performance, right? Alert, service, health, all those things are our responsibility only, right? So supporting to the developer. So when they are deploying, when they're developing, they may face some issues, Node.js, Java, CAP. So supporting to the developer for deploying the applications on the BTP sub account level. So in the sub account level, they will deploy the applications here. In that case, we need to support them, right? So we need to perform the so operations like stop, start, delete, some kind of operations we need to support it. Backups. So normally, so like some kind of some means in that whatever that they have developed, we need to take the backups and everything. We have to take it out. We have to move the transports. So changes movement from the development sub account to the development sub account to the quality sub account to the production. Like that, we have to move the changes here. So here we will use the CTMS landscape. So here SAP STMS, how we are using managing the transports. Here we will use the CTMS landscape here, cloud transport management landscape here, to move the changes from the one sub account to another sub account, quality to production sub account. We will use the CTMS landscape here. So the main tools which we will use like a so BTP cockpit, CLI, command line interfaces here, right? Then Cloud Foundry, and so cloud connectors, cloud ALM. These are the tools for operation, securing, authentication, SSO. We will use these hierarchies and everything here, right? That is the main important thing here. Main monitoring. Monitoring is the very less scope, but thing is here, administration activities are the we have the more scope of activities are there for the as an administrator here, right? So the skills which we required here, so cloud basics, as we discussed in the starting point, cloud basics are required here, right? Understanding of the S4HANA extension, private clouds, public cloud, and these concepts here. Understanding of the JSON files, AML files, environmental variable that anyhow we will discuss. So then security part, right? authentication, APIs, right? And with this kind of some cloud terminologies you required to learn this administration, this one is required here, right? Here we are the responsible for creation of the sub account also. SAP will give you only global account to you, depends upon the licensing model. SAP will give you only global account to you depending upon the licensing model, right? From here you need to take care of the sub account creations, right? Services, connectivity, destinations, creation, security, roles, monitoring, develop applications, managing the applications, moving the changes from the development to quality. This and all the part is our scope only here, right? Bind the services to the applications, monitor the, manage the back and exporting the configurations. So all those things we have the scope. So developer has more than the scope here. Why? Because they do the more development works, right? Suppose example, if you take the CPI person, the CPI consultant will do the CPI like interfaces, so interface setup, migration, the setup, workflows, iFlows, configuration, CI/CD, pipelines, everything he will perform it here, right? That is the main thing for them here, right? So BTP here, BTP offers users ability to turn on the data into business value. They will turn on the data into business value here, right? So all those things we will manage, all the setup, everything we will manage from the BTP cockpit here. It's a central point of entry to the platform is the BTP cockpit here, where you can access your accounts, applications, manage all the activities associated with them. Everything we will manage from the BTP cockpit here, right? So this is the structure of the account, how it looks like here. Here, the business users directly, they will use the whatever the applications you developed in the sub account level, directly the business users will use the setup. But here, we will do the connectivity applications and everything here, right? All the BTP solutions means BTP offers fast in-memory solutions. So all the solutions are the in-memory, and they have the agile solutions to support, to integrate the data, extend the applications, and so all those things are the fast in-memory solutions here, right? So here we can choose. Global account does not have any regions or anything, but sub accounts are the region dependent here. Here we need to choose the which infrastructure, customers to choose the which infrastructure you need to deploy the sub account, which region where you need to deploy the your application, that is called the your data center here. So what are the conditions we have to apply to create the sub account here, right? So everything is the URL based here, right? No on premises, no single tool to connect to the your BTP applications or cockpit. Using the BTP cockpit, you will manage entire this red box. Entire red box you will manage using the this BTP cockpit here. It's a central point of entry for all the platform for BTP cockpit here, right? So BTP platform here, right? Here we will get the like environments, right? Regions, applications. So the types of accounts, right? So here the types of accounts here, global account has, so let's start here. So global account in the hierarchy number one, we have there are the two types of accounts we have here. There are the two types of global accounts we have here. Two types of global accounts here. Two types of global accounts here. So in that, one is called the trial accounts. The second one is called the enterprise accounts here. Enter the price accounts here. Enterprise accounts here. So trial accounts are the limited accounts here. It's a free. The trial account platform is for free and access is open to everybody. The trial accounts are intended for personal exploration, not for the production or development perspective, only for the training, right? So personal exploration purpose only, not for the business purpose here. So they allow restricted usage of the platform resources and services in the trial account here, right? So but enterprise accounts are the associated with the SAP customers and partners. They can purchase the enterprise accounts there is a way to get the licensing for the enterprise accounts, but trial accounts, there is no licensing model for the trial accounts. Why? Because trial accounts are the free. There is no licensing. It's a free for everybody. I will also explain how to get the trial accounts and everything. So trial accounts, the licensing period is only 90 days licensing period for the trial accounts. You will only get the, once you subscribe today, you will get the 90 days license for the trial accounts here. 90 days is available here. This 90 days license also, they have split it into the intervals like, so first 30 days, you need to, one or two times you need to regularly log in. Then it will be auto extended to another up to another 60 days. It will be auto extended here, right? So that is the very important here, right? By default, you will not get the 90 days. You will get it out. But one or two times, if you keep on first 30 days, if you keep on logging in, then it will be auto extended to the another set of days. It will be auto logging here. So here in the trial accounts, there are the some limitations here. In the trial accounts, you will get the some limitations here. What are those limitations to get the trial accounts here, right? You will get the, so the only not all the services you will get it out. Only the free services you will get in the trial account, the free services, and also you will get the free plans, free services. There is no cost associated for this one. So here you will get the 4 GB main memory. Why? Because to run the applications, you require the some amount of memory, spaces, routes, connectivity, destinations, all those things are required, right? So here you will get the some free offering services here, right? Free offering services like, so here 4 GB memory, the 4 GB memory, you will get it out to the here, that will be used by the applications here. That will be used the application 4 GB memory, you will get it out here, right? So then 8 GB instance memory, you will get it out here. 8 GB the instance memory, right? So these things we should know. Why? Because since you are going to use the trial accounts for the BTP, so POCs and everything, so you should know about the these limitations here, right? So 30 days license period, then 4 GB main memory and 8 GB instance memory. Then so 10 routes, 10 total routes, you will get it out here, 10 total routes, right? Then 40, almost 40 total services, you will get it out here. Total services, you will get it out here, right? So these are the limitations here. But when it comes to the enterprise accounts, there is no limitations here. Enterprise accounts, there is no limitations. You can use the all the survey, whatever the current and future services, all the services you can use it here. But here only 40 plus services you can use it here. Then only 4 GB of main memory you will get from SAP to use it as a free, and 8 GB instance memory for the instances, and 10 total routes and 40 total services you will get it out from SAP here, right? So there is no service level agreement with regard to the availability of the platform. And so your trial accounts includes, so some of the free and some of the limited services. I mean to say like limited services here, right? So you can create the directories, trial accounts, multiple regions, but there are the limitations here. So for the cleanup purpose, applications will stop automatically on the daily basis. You need to manually restart them when needed. Suppose example, HANA. So when you are using the trial account, when you are using the HANA Cloud database, that will be stopped during the midnight when you are not using. Then again, when you are starting, you need to start it. Why? Because it's a cloud, right? The applications are stopped at midnight, right? So then after that, you have to start it. Depends upon the time zone, that will be stopped it here. So these are the some limitations about the trial account here. So then how to get the trial accounts, right? How to get the trial accounts then. So then how to get the enterprise accounts then? What is the restrictions for the enterprise accounts? The enterprise accounts has the licensing model. Why? Because enterprise accounts are you will not get easily. This we have to get from the our account executive, or there is a personally we can get the by using the credit card authentication is required. So by using this credit card authentication, we can get the enterprise account. How to get this enterprise accounts also? What is the licensing model for this enterprise accounts, right? So we'll go like this here, right? So today just introduction about the here, and also the responsibilities of the administrators, the account structure of the BTP, then small discussion about the types of global accounts here. Right? Why? Because the first set which we are going to discuss about the global accounts only. Why? Because without discussing this one, if you go with the sub account, then you will not able to understand what is meant by global account here. What is the licensing model, types of global account licensing model? They are the licensing model. Entire day class will take for the enterprise accounts only. Right? Then global account creations. BTP account creation. All this will comes under the BTP cockpit only. So the BTP cockpit is looks like this here. This is the BTP cockpit. The global account is looks like. You will get the cockpit based upon their customer. So if you take the trial account, the trial account is like this. The trial account, the structure is like this here. So just it's like a trial. The URL is different here. Cockpit.sap.com. The trial account URL is different here. The trial URL is different here. The trial URL is different. So let me show you. Yeah, this is the different here. So your SAP derived naming convention will come. So the enterprise account, you will get the customer naming convention will get for this account here. Customer naming convention will get here. This is the BTP cockpit where we can manage all the accounts, all the services and everything here. That we will discuss tomorrow in detailed way. Just for today, just to catch up. So introductions and all those things, but actual class will start from tomorrow. So about the types of accounts in that licensing model and all those things. Okay. Any questions, anyone?
Thank you. Can we see the cockpit?
Yeah, you can. I will explain how to get this BTP. You will also get your own dedicated BTP account, so that I can explain about how to get this one. So what are the next steps and everything will come slowly, one by one, each and everything. And also you will also get the access to the. So you will get the access to this environment, and you will also get the access to this cloud connectors and backend my SAP systems also, so that you can connect all your sub accounts and everything. You can connect to the my on-premises my SAP environment. Because to SAP connectivity is required, data provisioning, data activities, applications. These all those things are required. So definitely you will get the access itself as well.
In parameters also, shall we set in cockpit or backend systems?
Which parameters are you looking?
Like in the system parameters, RZ10. In the same way, can we have anything here or not like that?
Don't compare it like it's a like SAP and BTP cockpit. Both are different here. BTP is not like a SID. BTP is like a platform as a service based concept. So
So in
system parameters and everything. So there is a ABAP environment in the BTP ABAP system. So here you can set the some parameters and everything. ABAP parameters you can set it out in this way. In the BTP, there is a ABAP system is available. In this ABAP system, you can start setting some parameters, transports, whatever you do, that kind of activities you can perform it. You can understand going forward. What is this exactly?
I have one more.
Yes.
We discussed public cloud and private cloud, right?
Right.
So like us, some others also taking a public cloud, and they are having infrastructure on those things and all, right? So if any corruption or anything happen, those things, so how would we manage?
So it's a public cloud, right? Definitely there is a risk about the resources. Resources means CPU, memory, and networking. So that one. But data is your part. Data is we have to manage it. So there is no corruption about the data. But data is also hosted on the underlying infrastructure, right? So that definitely we have to work with the infrastructure partners only, right? So this is the computer resources and everything that we have to work on that infrastructure partners only. So when you are working in the cloud administrator like AWS or Azure, so that time you know more about the how to So mitigate this kind of issues and everything. But this is a BTP, right? You don't need to worry about the infrastructure part and everything. Why? Because everything under managing by SAP only. Just terminology you require, but everything is managing by SAP. It's not your part. That's why cloud, right? Cloud means infrastructures and everything is managing by SAP. Here in the BTP, everything will managing by SAP only. Only applications, configurations, managing the applications and everything is under our scope only. If any issues with the infrastructure, any errors or anything, there is a option to contact SAP. You can directly contact the SAP for technical assistant from the BTP cockpit itself. So then it will route to the one launchpad. Then there is a you can create a ticket or you can go to the expert chart. Then you can work on that part directly. It will go to that one. You can work on that part. This is the way we have to communicate. If any infrastructure level issues, voice level issues, something kind of issues, there is a ticket raising procedure that is also we will discuss. So this is the way we have to raise the tickets.
Okay. Is it same for private network? I mean, private cloud also?
Right.
Or
Private means our own infrastructure, our own data centers, right?
okay.
Private means we are the responsible, depending upon the models, we are the responsible here. So private means only infrastructure they will provide it. The managing the infrastructure, only they will provide the infrastructure and everything, right? So the here AWS or Azure is responsible, the cloud providers who are the infrastructure provider, they are responsible for infrastructures. But remaining data, security, access, managing, application, everything is under our scope only. Then we have to take care of that part. If any infrastructure, even though private cloud, something there is an infrastructure issue, voice level issue, we have to take care of that part. But even the hardware level issues or anything, again, AWS, there is a separate ticket raising procedure for the AWS Azure, right? That route we have to go.
In the BTP also, do we have any versions?
Yes, we have the versions in the BTP. If you go to the about, yes, we have the versions about the BTP cockpit also. So 1.70, 1.58, 1.60.1, like that. The cockpit, we have the versions. SAP will update this cockpit versions and everything. So some of the applications like HANA Cloud, that we have to update it. So some of the applications which we have to take care of the updating and everything, and some of the things, some of the applications and everything, the SAP will comes under the managed services. Okay, so tomorrow join it without any late. So we'll starting about the type